Team that you did mention there, aside from the Ravens, Josina, the Dolphins and Tua technically entering a contract year, but Miami can exercise that fifth-year option anytime before May 1st. Josina, based on your contacts and what you're hearing, do you think the Dolphins are going to get something done with Tua sooner rather than later?
Well, you're right. I mean, they're going into the fourth year as a former first rounder, so they have to make a decision on exercising that fifth-year option, which would net him about $23.1 million in 2024. Now, even though the reports were coming out of the end of the season that the experts expect Tua to be 100% when the time of football comes, league sources have told me again last night and today that there are members in the organization of the Dolphins who are aware that the team is exploring all of their options at quarterback, including potentially moving in a different direction from Tua. And so, yes, that is happening. That is part of the due diligence that a general manager should do when you are considering the concussion in the head history, the injury history in the head to Tua and what they've experienced, and making sure that you have the insurance to cover the depth, because the notion is and the feeling is that with each successive concussion that, you know, the risk gets higher and higher to impacting a quarterback's football future in this league, and you have to kind of cover for that, for that potential risk. Now, that doesn't mean to say that, Tua doesn't have potential as a quarterback. We know he led the league in passer rating at 105.5, and he had his best touchdown to interception ratio last year, 25-8, had his best career year in passing yards and all those other things, and obviously showed a lot of improvement. I was at that week 2 game when he and Lamar went back and forth, and he had the 5 touchdowns in the second half and all of that other stuff. But the reality is, going from week 3 last year against the Bills, week 4 Thursday night football against the Bengals, and again towards the end of the season against the Packers, there were multiple instances where there was either a concussion or we saw video where his head did hit the field. And remember, even in that last concussion, it took him 38 days to clear the protocol. So we're talking about due diligence that makes sense per the job that the front office has to do in that building.
Yeah, Tua limited to 13 games this season because of concussions. That is our NFL insider, Josina Anderson, joining us from Indy at the